Hey everybody, welcome back to JT 4x4 Off-Roading. So today I finally hit 1,000 miles on the 25 Ford Ranger Raptor, and I'm going to bring you through some of my thoughts on that from MPGs, off-road performance, daily driving to see if this might be the truck for you. So stay tuned. Alright y'all, so this is the 25 Ford Ranger Raptor that I have in March Gray. We have hit 1,000 miles, and before we get into driving impressions and all of that, I just want to show you a couple quick things that I've added to the truck. Mostly just accents to give it a little more detail, but nothing crazy. So looking at it in the front end, I added the R here for Raptor. No, it's not a Raptor R like some people have posted. I just think it complements the grille and it looks really nice. If you look down here to the tow hook covers, added those in red. I thought it was just kind of a nice accent. You can kind of see it just makes the Marsh Gray really pop. It looks really nice with that. When you come up over here to the bed, we've got the Gator soft roll-up cover. This is really nice whether you're camping and you really want to use the bed for its whole utility. You can actually do that, just rolls up. And this thing was a steal. It was only like 250 bucks, and you can't beat that. I've got the covers on the back too, as you can see, kind of just makes it look a little nicer. You've got the vinyl here, Ranger, make it stand out. You've got Raptor, and then of course R, like the front, you know, just to, you know, give that accent to the Raptor. I didn't add these, dealer did. I actually really like these. I think it looks good. It's not too gaudy, not too anything crazy. We've got our rock blocks here as well. Some people like them, some people hate them. I don't know why there's so much hate on mud flaps. It protects the truck. One, if you're a big off-roader like I am, it protects all the crap from getting up underneath here and packing it. And then this one protects the entire side of your door, which is super important if you don't want rock chips. This does do a good job, but it's not perfect. Let's just walk in here real quick. When you're looking in here, SCREENPROTECH, I'll have all this discount codes are on the main screen here. This is HD. You can't really see the screen protector, but it's on there. It's nice, keeps your fingerprints and dust and grime off of it. And it's also on the screen there. I haven't been able to find a good pair of seat covers. There is a company in Australia that makes a pair, and it actually allows this to be seen, you know, so I'm just being careful with the seats. You know, we go to the gym, we're in and out doing this and that. I got the kids in there, so I don't want to destroy the seats. The seats are comfortable, nevertheless. But and the last accent I added here is our American flags, which goes, again, really good with any vehicle, but specifically looks really, really nice on the Marsh Gray. All right, so let's go into our next segment. Okay guys, so let's go into our everyday driver, daily driving impressions on the Ford Ranger Raptor. This thing has been nothing but a joy to drive. It, because it's coils all around, it soaks up bumps way better than any of the previous vehicles I've driven before. Whether I was in an F-150, I had a Toyota Tacoma before, and the Chevy Colorado, obviously being leaf springs in the rear, was kind of stiff. But this thing, just the way it's set up, all in normal mode, nothing crazy, right? It just absorbs the bumps and it eats them up. As far as it goes for the tires for the daily driving, these KO3s have been great. There's no road noise, there's no vibrations, and they're both on and off-road performance have been exceptional. I have absolutely no qualms with them. Moving over to the performance aspect of the truck, and this is just straight out from my opinion, the truck has plenty of power with the 3.0 liter twin turbo to do what you're doing. You're getting on the highway, you're overtaking, passing, or you just want to have a little fun and get to work faster because everyone likes to go to work, right? You can do that with this truck. There's little to no turbo lag in this twin turbo that I've noticed. The power is pretty much on command most of the time, from how I can feel it. It's you hit the gas and I mean, you're gone. Sometimes you got to be careful, because what I really like about this is it's quiet inside the cab. So when you have it on normal or even quiet mode, you gun it, it's actually really quiet. So you can be going a lot faster than you think you are, because it's just so quiet, which is really nice. So that is one thing I really love about the truck, is when you're in that cab, it's not like being in like a Colorado, where they're more cheaply made. As far as when I drove my Tacoma, I had a 2016 TRD Pro, and again, it was kind of noisy inside the cab, but Ford did a really good job. I don't know if they have like dampening in the doors or something. That far, I don't know, but other than that, it's a very quiet ride. So as a daily driver, it does pretty well. Now let's talk about miles per gallon. So a lot of you are gonna ask, well, you know, so what kind of miles per gallon do you get? And I would say for me, my daily is about 15. So my Colorado was getting 13 the way it was set up. My Tacoma, I think, got around 16 or 17. And my F-150, when I was driving it, I think it also got around like 16, 17, something like that. So as far as it being like super economical, in the short term, when I'm driving to and from work, stop and go traffic, city driving, 15 miles per gallon, it's not the worst I've had. I will say though, when we were coming back from the trail, I was getting 20 miles per gallon, right? And that's cruising on the highway about 250 miles. And we were getting an easy 20 miles per gallon just with our cruise control on, and it did a really, really good job. So I know that that 20 miles per gallon is way better than the window sticker says. I run about 91 octane in this, so I don't go to the lowest stuff. I kind of go to like the mid grade. It is better if you go to the better grade and even use like top tier fuel. Keeps those injectors and stuff clean and all that stuff with the turbos. But anywho, despite all that, I think for a daily driver, it's really fun. It's fast. It absorbs bumps. It's not the best on fuel, but you don't buy it for fuel economy. So you can kind of take that for what it's worth. All right, guys. So we are going to be talking about, we're going to spend a little bit of time on just off-road performance. So out of the box, this thing is ready to go. You have to make absolutely no adjustments. So even with the 33-inch tires, like really like 32 ish, 31.9 maybe even, they really should add a 35 package on this. I don't know why they didn't. I think that's a really stupid decision Ford made to put such small tires on a Raptor. I think this should have a 35 package and the needed strut spacer to go in here. We're going to be getting one from Go Off-Road. It's going to be the 2-to-1 strut spacers, and we're going to go with the 4-scan recalibration to get everything synced back up for the computer system. But as far as off-road performance, it is out of the box, ready to go. You've got power, you've got terrain management, and you have the tires and the suspension to do it. This thing absolutely rocked off-road. We were running 4 service roads, more rocky terrain, aired down of course, and it dominated everything. I didn't unfortunately get a chance to use the lockers or anything like that, which sucks because our Jeep broke down midway through and then we got it back going. But anywho, this thing is just built for off-road. It's built to go. You all have seen the videos of guys that live out west. Lucky to those of all y'all who live out west, or a place that you can actually get this thing up to, you know, its full capability. Hard for me to do that here in Virginia, but I'm going to continue to try to kind of push it where I can here in Virginia. But the suspension rocked, the steering is tight. You got multiple options for steering. The exhaust notes sound amazing. The suspension dampening is on point. It's on par. You set this thing to off-road and you want to go hit bumps and jumps, you can absolutely do that. And a lot of people were complaining about the brakes too. Like some people said the brakes weren't super responsive. The brakes are, I have no issues with the brakes. I think they're on point. And I feel like the more you use them, they're kind of breaking in. But I've gotten nothing but responsiveness from the braking system, and it works really good. The terrain management systems are really good on this as well. So you have so many different options, and I can kind of put the options down below that you have here. We mainly use just off-road mode, and you can rip it and get it in that mode. So you can even bring this into Baja and put Baja and then go back to two-wheel drive. You don't have to keep it in two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. You can bring it back to two-wheel drive, and you've got the reduced turbo lag setting in there, and you can just rip it. And it sounds amazing, feels amazing, and the performance is amazing. So just a quick recap on that performance is you have an out-of-the-box, ready-to-go Baja truck. And that's what it is, and that's what it does, and it lives up to that standard. So unfortunately, I'm not in the desert, and I can't just go pedal to the metal over here on my Forest Service roads, but we're going to definitely try to get back up there and have some fun with it. All right, guys, so we're going to just go ahead and talk about interior tech real quick. So over the last 1,000 miles, I have changed a few things. I replaced our original mats out with LasFit liners. These liners are more cupped. It holds all the dirt in. As you can see, I got all the dirt in here. But I think Ford really nailed the interior and everything. And as far as like comfortability and driving this for long periods of time, you know, we were 3.5 hours. We drove this, and it was very comfortable. The seats ergonomically are very comfortable. I really like how you can adjust everything down here. It's got the lumbar, and I like how you can set the different positions so you can do, like, you know, if you got a kid driving it, you know, your teenager, your wife, you, whatever, however you want to set it up. I like the fog light in front that comes with the Ranger. I do think it's a little funny, like with the tech, that Raptor didn't keep the signature orange daylight running light, the LED, the daylight or orange ones, the amber ones. But I don't mind the LEDs, so I think that's pretty nice. So as far as everything you get on your home screen there, it's really easy to navigate and easy to find stuff. So switch panels are really easy to put everything in. So they kind of, I believe they label it like A, B, C zones. A would be like engine compartment, B is like somewhere down here, and then you got C where you can put stuff in through your bed. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it's sectioned through like front, middle, rear, and then you got a whole bunch of really easy to access panels there that you can hit. Let's talk about the sound system a second. The sound system in the Raptor is pretty nice. It's Bang & Olufsen. Never really used them before except for now, but it sounds good. Just adjust your bass and trev and all that kind of stuff, and it'll be better listening experience. I just want to show you the back seats here a second. If you got kids, over 1,000 miles again with the car seat in here, and it's absolutely no issues. I have a short wife, so we don't rub or nothing up here. Again, I did add, however, these extenders here, and I did that because if you look way up underneath there, the blower has nowhere to like blow. It's like blowing it on the floor. So those extenders are nice because it actually angles the AC or heat up into your passenger. So they're $20, Amazon. I'll put the link below. It's worth the investment. Check them out. It brings it a little further out. Your feet don't hit it or nothing like that. You don't have nothing to worry about. Excuse me. So as far as back here, again, 1,000 miles with the kiddo, easy day, nothing to complain about. I really like the sliding glass back window, even though it's like this big, right? It got the smallest sliding window ever. So whatever, it is what it is. But as far as interior and tech and all that jazz, they did a good job. I love the iPad looking screen. Some people like it, some people hate it. I actually like it. I think it's really easy to navigate. And I just overall really like the tech in it. You know, sometimes tech is hit or miss with people. Some people love it or hate it. I think Ford did a good job with it. And yeah, so let's talk about some final thoughts and stuff I want to do to the truck very soon. All right, so some things that I want Ford to do, and I think a lot of their customers are gonna agree, is we've mentioned it before in the video, and I'm just gonna mention it one more time. We need a strut spacer, and we need 35s, okay? The strut spacer is gonna give us what we need. The 35s is gonna give our differentials a little bit more clearance. And then, of course, that strut spacer gives us a little more travel. We will have to remove the crash bars in front here when we go and do that. I've seen they're kind of a pain in the butt to remove, or people have been cutting them. I don't know what route I'm gonna go, but I am gonna go with the Goat Off-Road 2-to-1, and then I'm gonna go with 35s eventually. I don't know how soon, but I would like to do it soon. Another option is front and rear bumpers. There's quite a few manufacturers out there. I think, what is it? Addicted Desert Designs. I think I'm saying that name right. I think they have a pretty nice looking bumper, front and rear, for this. And of course, hopefully, we'll be getting some skid plates to install a full underbody protection package, which is going to be paramount for keeping this thing protected. Excuse me, off-road, and because you don't want to be hitting anything, because without the 35s, the truck does sit inherently lower. It means your diffs are lower, means everything else can drag a little bit more easily if you don't do that. So Ford, you know, fix these, get your strut spacer. I mean, it wouldn't cost that much more just to put a strut spacer on this and give us 35s. So we don't have to do it ourselves, because we would like it from the factory just like that. So would that affect the driving, the daily driving every day? You know, probably. But as far as like my 1,000-mile impression on this truck, I absolutely loved it. It drives great. The performance and handling is awesome. The power is there. And gosh, it just looks nice on the road, to be honest with you. The little accents that I did just kind of give it a little flair. Nothing crazy, no performance enhancing. I don't know, the R in the front though might give it 40 horsepower. Some people, that is up for debate with some people. I think it might. But you know, as far as like some of these steps right here, I think these could have been a better design. You know, they are kind of not the greatest. They're not frame mounted. They do prevent some of the rock chips from hitting the rocker, but it would be nice to have some like rock sliders. But I get it. This was designed for desert running, not rock crawling. I get it. But other than that, guys, I think that you know, overall, I'm very impressed with the truck. My wife likes the truck. The kiddo likes the truck. And at the end of the day, when I was comparing it to the Tacoma, to the Chevy Colorado, at the end of the day, for the package pricing and what you're getting out of the box, this was the truck to go with for the money. So again, a ZR2 Bison, 60 grand, Toyota Tacoma, not a trail hunter, not even a TRD Pro, just something that has all the options, sway bar disconnect, you're looking at 56, 57, 58, depending on the dealer, with a markup, because Toyota's marking their stuff up. I think Ford is marking some of these up too, and some Ford dealers, but you can find dealers that are not doing markups. So Chevy, out of the question. Same power plant, same issues. Talked to many people. I was a Colorado guy for a long time, started having a lot of issues, and I know people who have had issues buying it brand new off the showroom floor. Every truck has issues, so you have to take that with a grain of salt. Tacomas, though, again, having issues, first iteration with their engine and all that stuff, so they're having issues as well. So as far as like performance, out of the box performance, and this truck has been running for quite a long time. Remember, the platform has been tested. It was in Asia first, and then in Australia, and now it's here. It's been tested all over the world. So I think they've kind of fine-tuned quite a few things on it. Some people are going to say, well, the transmission has some issues. Some of them, yes. Most of them, no, right? So it's kind of, again, you take it with a grain of salt. You know, do some of the transmissions on these 10 speeds, Ford's 10 speeds? Remember, this is a combo. I believe this is a Chevy Ford transmission, right? So some of them have had issues. Most of the issues have been in the F-150s and not the Rangers. So yeah, but let's go ahead and let's get to our closing thoughts here. So the truck for 1,000 miles has done amazing. Miles per gallon isn't the best, but it is what you're going to expect in a 3.0 V6 twin turbo. That gives you all the fun and miles per gallon, so that's what you're going to get with it. And your price point is going to be really great. You get all your bells and whistles at $56,000, $57,000, and that's pretty good for a modern day truck with front and rear lockers and all of the traction control options that actually come with this truck. So I think in a nutshell, my overall 1,000 mile review is I've loved the truck. I don't mind putting gas in the truck when I need to. It's a very fun truck to drive. It's got room for your kids. It's got plenty of tech and options that you would want out of the box. And you can bring it to the dunes, you can bring it to the beach, and you can bring it to the trails whenever you want and not have to worry about anything. And while doing so, it sounds great with all of the exhaust note options. It is the only truck on the market that is going to give you all of these things in one package. Every other vehicle, you're going to have to mod the crap out of it in order to get the exhaust notes, the difference in steering, and the live valving system that this actually comes with for like performance enhancements. So you can take that as it is. I hope this kind of is an enlightening, you took something from this review. Again, I'm only at 1,000 miles, hit the trail once. We're going to be going back. We're entering winter right now, so some of the trails closed down. But stay tuned. The truck is fun, and we can't wait to get it back on the trail. God bless.